Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. We're the Good Cholesterol.
The only channel that's good for your heart.
And today we're going to be playing Factorio. We are currently doing a playthrough of the space exploration mod kit for Factorio, which adds a lot of new resources and makes everything more expensive.
Way more expensive.
Way more expensive. So, Dan, Lindsay, and I were talking about maybe we can make some changes to our system design. We kind of, all brainstorm together and come up with this like new concept, trying to see if we can potentially make everything train based instead of heavily rely on the conveyor belt. So, I guess the idea is that for every single production, like no matter if it's raw materials or no matter it's processed material, we're going to make a train station out of it. And then we're going to design a import station, an export station, and potentially a passenger station as well. So three stations. And we're going to have a uh, main train line that's kind of connect all of the exports, import station together. Therefore, in the future, when we have when we have new materials that we need to construct, we can just simply create a train, build a train path, and then set the stops as in all of the ingredients export station. So, for example, if I say I want to build a single cylinder engine, right? I can create a station called single cylinder export and then build a train and then start from there. And then I can go to the first stop, I can go to the iron gear station, export station, and then I can go to the iron plate export station. And I know the ratio, so I can say I want to pick 100 of each, and then come back to the import station, generate the products of the single cylinder engine, and then deliver that and make it ready for the export. I think that's kind of the main concept.
So it'll be a fairly modular system.
Yeah, we are going to experiment with this concept, and so far we're gonna try to set everything as it is. So we're not gonna disrupt the main productions, but then maybe can use the single cylinder engine as a experiment and see if the process is gonna work out. So
And I mean,
cool.
it's about time that we upgrade to the next level of base in just production size, and so it makes sense that we, can change our base style to be a train-based base uh, rather than a conveyor belt base.
Yeah,
Yep.
I feel like we're a little bit our production or our upgrading ability has slowed significantly.
Looks like there's a little bit of interruption of the electricity.
No, I'm just fixing the power lines with the train track fixes.
Oh,
Ah,
cool. Okay.
I'm gonna try and upgrade some of the belts over here at the main base.
Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick fix of the train line as it currently exists, and then I'm going to go back to making the blue pack.
And then I'm going to, you see the coal area, right, in the north?
Yep.
I'm going to make that a um, smeltering. Oh, actually, we have
I mean,
this.
there's a
Yeah,
train.
I'm
I
going to
made
make
a
that
train
smeltering.
station there previously, but
Okay.
because
So,
I
Dan,
was
do you
just
think.
making that to bring down coal to make plastic.
What were we gonna say?
Oh, I was going to say, like, the new iron ore export is ready. So, I guess we can
So we
see if
should set up
the.
a
An iron
iron
plate.
smelting area and possibly like a
Exactly.
new area for um, iron gear or whatever it's called.
Yep. I'm going to set up the iron smeltering.
Sounds like a good start.
Yep.
All right.
I'm also low key semi automating military packs for our current military pack research.
Good idea. Oh, Dan, is it okay if I just set up the station, but I don't do the actual like train track?
um, I think yes.
I'll do like the dummy train tracks and station, but then you can design the track.
I do like designing track systems.
Glad everybody's happy.
I do
Also,
think the trains in this game are pretty well designed.
yeah, I agreed.
Semi-automation is such a weird thing because it realistically is still very slow and manual laborish.
Which automation?
I'm doing semi-automated packs for the military packs. So it's just there's a lot of me filling up chests with random things.
Ah,
But I don't think military packs are that important for us that I need to like set up a whole fully automated system.
probably not. I mean, I don't even know if the military packs are used in any non-military stuff.
I don't think so.
It would seem weird if it was.
So Dan, you mentioned about one import, one export, and one passenger, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I typically put in a bypass line as well.
Is it okay to put the passenger in the middle?
If you're gonna put the passenger in the middle, put a bypass line and a passenger in the middle, so you have essentially 4 lines of track.
Okay. Is it okay if you wanna come over and take a look? So just make sure we're on the same page.
Yes, but can I finish putting the signals around?
Oh yeah. No
Um,
rush. No rush.
yeah, it will.
You know, I've realized that my green character blends in too well with the background, and I have trouble seeing myself.
I mean, you're in charge of your own destiny. You could, change your stripes a little bit. All right.
I might need to.
And Hank, you're okay. I see where you're at. I am on my way.
Yep.
So
Oh.
it's a bit of a walk.
Yep, I
Yeah, if
noticed.
only you had passenger trains set up. Ha ha ha.
I'd also have to have a train on me.
Train on me. Train on me.
I do love a game where you can fit an entire train in your pocket, though.
True. We do fit an awful lot of stuff in our pockets in this game.
I mean, just imagine like 400 concretes. That's impressive.
Yes, very true.
All right.
So Dan, this is what I was thinking, and tell me if that makes sense to you. And I want to pattern match this later if possible, right? So imagine like this. I think because we're gonna frequently use the train to transport things, so we can only use like one locomotive with one actual compartment. So therefore, I say we have 3 tracks as such, right? And then up here, what if we just do, yeah, like this? So therefore, this is the 3rd track. They're all gonna go this direction, right? So let's say the track I'm standing right now is the import. The track I'm standing on right now, sorry, the track I'm standing on right now is the export, and this is the passenger. This is the import. I think the order doesn't matter because we can always use it as the when we design the train.
So my only
Stop
problem is that the landing pad is too small. Like if
This is for coal import. I'm guessing it doesn't really require too much yet.
is this coal import or this coal export?
This is coal. Oh, sorry. This is coal export.
Okay. For coal export, sure, but I'd still like the train tracks to be at least 4 long. And it should be 6 long, in my opinion, just so that if there is, like, if we have, all these trains going to, like, each station, if you're going to have trains go to each station to provide the resources they need, and you're going to add a new train to the system, then if you get a backup of trains at one point, you could see slowdowns in the network. And so essentially we should have leeway behind a station for a second train. So if you're saying each train isn't going to be a full 4, it's going to be 1 or 2 cars with an engine, then we want to have essentially a landing pad of 6 so that you can fit, 2 engines and 2 cars.
Sure. Okay, makes sense. But I guess to your point is, if we want to, I think I want to make one compartment is because I don't want it to get stuck, so that it will be like quickly get like 200 or 300 whatever and then go. But what you said makes sense.
Even then, we still need to have it at least before.
So I'm just gonna put it down as a placeholder so you can visualize it.
Yep.
Also, it will be like a passive model where the place that requires it will go fetch it from the export. Not the export will automatically deliver to where it's needed. So in this case, it's easy to build the logistic train tracks. Does it make sense for you guys?
I didn't quite understand your meaning in that last explanation.
So instead of having a train, say I'm gonna have a train from the coal export to deliver all the places that may potentially need the coal. Instead, any place that needs the coal will send a train to come here and fetch it. It will be a passive request pattern, not a active feeding pattern. Does it make sense?
I don't know what you mean by a passive request pattern.
If you need something, you will go get it from the export, but not if you are in the export, you will go feed it to the imports. Does
So
it
you're
make sense?
saying it'll be a semi-automated system?
Lindsay, does it make sense to you though?
Sure, I fully follow either. So,
Okay, so it's impossible to keep track of what station may potentially need coal. Is that correct?
okay, we're specifically talking about coal.
Or anything?
Okay.
Because later, if I build a new station, then that means I have to remember the coal delivering train needs to stop at that station, which is impossible to keep track of, and it doesn't scale well. Instead, the new station will come here to the coal station and fetch it himself, aka any production site. Your job is to build a train, and then you will go to different stations to collect your raw materials.
Yeah, so you're just adding a new train to the network.
Exactly.
That's what I thought we were doing. I just don't... Okay.
Yep. I think that's all what I'm gonna say. I think that makes sense, right, to you guys? Therefore, the train you see right here, Dan, will no longer exist.
Yep. We're only doing trains of 1 or 2 cars, most of the time 1.
Yep.
This is kind of the setup where there can be essentially 1 car in waiting if, since every time we add a new station, we're going to add a new train to the network. So if, 2 trains go to get coal at the same time, it won't also block off a train from dropping off whatever it is.
Exactly.
And so that's why having, this setup where you've got a long enough landing pad to have 2 trains in each section. Yeah.
Cool.
And this has the appropriate signals put around it as well. Actually.
And Dan, is that okay for now? I only feed the first compartment by default.
Yeah. We're essentially going to run off the idea that it'll be a 1 compartment train, unless something changes where it becomes obvious that we need more than a one compartment train.
Sweet. I'm going to name the first two station coal export and coal passenger.
Those are very bland names,
Well,
but I
kind of.
suppose informative.
Yeah. And then later, whenever we change design in our system, let's say the coal mine is depleted, we can just destroy the station, and nothing should be impacted, except that for the train that requires coal, they would just be directed to a different station.
Or
That's it.
if we make a new station with the exact same name, I think it automatically gets replaced in the code of the train.
True. You're probably right.
And so I think we literally just blow up the station, make a new one with the same name, and voila.
Okay. And guys, is it okay if I make a iron production station?
Yep.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. And in terms of space, Dan, what do you think? Should I make it nearby where the coal is? What do you think?
It's up to you. I don't think it. I mean, having it nearby the coal is unnecessary.
Okay, then I'll make it a little bit like far-ish, like maybe where I'm stand. I do need to find. It does require a lot of space, but thankfully the planet has a lot of space.
All right, and I'm setting up a basic backbone, rail network right now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think I fully automated the military pack production. I got frustrated with the semi-automated version. It's not a lot of military pack production, but I don't really think we need that much because it's not
It's not
the
how
most important thing for us, considering we're
playing the
playing a low
game.
bug world.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do a traditional. Ooh, do I want to do a? All right, I'm gonna use a more fun intersection. I've been playing too much Transport Fever 2.
Okay.
And the way I build train intersections there is I make train roundabouts.
I heard it's a good game.
I mean, I like it a lot. But that doesn't mean that it's a good game, it just means I like it a lot.
I think that means it's a good game. You have pretty good taste, my friend.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I guess technically this military pack production is only like 80% automated,
Okay.
but good enough.
Yeah, thing is, seeing as we wanted, like 50% automated.
Yeah.
I like this new design. Each of us can focus on what we do.
I'm still gonna have to go and actually make the plastic production soon.
Yeah, but now you can just produce a production where you are. You don't have to ship it anymore.
But you still have to ship stuff to it and away from it, and like I had already
Well,
started
yeah.
that process because
But
I
you can
needed
pattern
to.
match. Yeah, you can pattern match the station now. You can just like. You can assume that the train arrives will have all the raw materials, and you can assume that when you export, you need to export raw material as well. I guess what I don't like is mining these rocks to clear space.
But I mean, Minecraft
Rock
is so
feathers.
popular.
That's true. Dan, I just checked. If you can actually name two stations the same name, which is
Correct,
weird.
which is why it's because if you do, then the train won't know where to go. Like I was just talking about, like if we destroy each station and then make another station with the same exact name,
Okay.
it will just simply replace it on all of the programmed parts of the network. So
I know very little about how the train system works in this game.
You're not missing out, Lindsay.
Trains are cool.
I mean, I like trains. I like the train networks.
Can you make the train infinitely long if you wanted to?
Nope.
Like, could you put infinite number of cars?
Nope. It maxes out at 4.
Ah,
Yep.
sad.
Yep.
I mean, imagine it's fine for a practical perspective, but just curious.
Yeah, they max
In
it
the
out at
real
4.
world, you can get pretty long trains.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of trains.
Of course, cars in the real world are a little more practical than in this game.
Well, cars in the real world also have roads.
True.
What's your guys' thoughts on like anything meteor defensive, the defense mechanisms? Because I'm scared about these meteors.
Did we study any meteor defense yet? I
That's
think
your
that might
job,
be the
isn't it?
next age.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the Meteor defenses. I don't think we've ever gotten that far in the SpaceX.
It's never really been that big a problem before, although I think they must have amped up the meteor amount
I feel
in
like
the latest updates.
I feel like that was a space exploration pack thing, though.
Yes.
But then again,
Doesn't mean they didn't increase it.
I don't read the patch notes, so I don't know whether that's the base game or the mod.
Let's see, I can research landmines, flamethrowers, combat rocketry.
Flamethrowers.
Wait, let me finish looking at the options.
But
Okay, that's all the
flamethrowers
options.
was
Never
an
mind.
option.
Flamethrowers it is.
Flamethrowers can be used for clearing bugs or trees.
But not so good against meteors.
Maybe you're just using it wrong.
You just have to be able to get really close to the meteor with your flamethrower. Actually, that probably still wouldn't help because the meteor would already be on fire. Adding more fire wouldn't help.
I thought you're supposed to fight fire with fire. People have been lying
Exactly.
to me my entire life.
That's how the last Airbender worked.
It depends on if the meteor can stop, drop, and roll.
I mean, it can probably roll. I don't think it can stop, and it's already dropping, so...
It stops after hitting the earth.
I guess it eventually stops being on fire after it hits the earth, too.
And depending on your definition of drop, I would argue that it was already dropping.
And do you know how to copy a object to override the other? Do you know?
To override it?
Yeah, let's say I already have a filter that's filter specific. Then can I copy it and paste it to override the other filter?
I only know how to use blueprints,
Never mind.
which I even don't know, though, as well as I would like. Alright, I am gonna clean up this mess of a... What is this? Alright, I'm gonna try to clean up this mess of train tracks. Oh, there's
I
all
feel like our
this little
base needs
water.
more light.
Yes. It's very dark.
I'll try to work on that.
Maybe some of us like the dark.
Sorry, any Canadian viewers.
Why? Did you name something? Something?
Oh no, oh, you don't know that? The Canadians are famous for afraid of the dark.
Ah. No, I'm American. I don't pay attention to Canadians much. It's a national pastime.
Ooh, the water's awfully green.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I
We're
didn't mean
just
to pollute.
polluting the world.
Actually, I didn't mean to pollute. I lied.
but Dan, you're okay with doing the train stuff, right? Just make sure.
Yes.
Okay.
More or less.
Okay,
Well,
so
it's
I guess
like-
we have meteor point defense ammo. I'm assuming that would mean that we should have meteor point defense. Okay, we do have meteor defense option.
That's
I
what I
just
thought.
need concrete for it.
We should have a small production of concrete up near the lake.
Okay, I'll take a look.
I remember having set up enough to get a box full of concrete.
Aha, I found it.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Oh, I know.
Never really used the meteor defense before, so I'm not sure what sort of area it covers.
That's a very good question.
Also, the main base is having some copper supply issues. I don't think it's a huge problem right now because we're only really producing military packs, but it's something that will need to be addressed eventually.
Yep.
We have a
Roger that.
satellite copper production somewhere, right?
Yes,
I believe we do. Yes.
we do.
Great. I don't have enough resources with me.
You mean you require more resources?
Uh-huh.
There's resources at the main base if you care to come get them.
I know, but
Okay, let's research refined flammables.
I mean, you can't be unrefined if you're gonna be a pyrotechnic. Very important.
okay. I need more iron sheets. So I need to go get some. Yeah. I noticed that how big of a space that this new design requires.
Yes, but it's capable of being more spread out. So,
Yeah.
mixed. There's like good points and bad points. I'm working on my Meteor defense. It's not cheap. Also, I think I have to refuel it, so I need to make Meteor defense fuel as well.
Do I get iron sheet?
There's
no.
some around. You might just need it to get off the belts. I don't remember if we have a supply right now.
A supply
Although
of
you
what?
could probably check.
Iron sheets.
Ah,
Oh, check this chest here.
What's that coming?
This chest.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you.
The upper one, where I am.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. That's great. Oh, Dan, we have a conveyor, like the red conveyor belt production somewhere, right?
yeah,
We
yeah, small
definitely
supply.
did at some point.
You know where that is?
It should be up near the lake on the left side. Like, yeah, up here we've got a small production unit.
Thank you. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if small is the right word.
Relatively small. Alright, I've got a lot of extra.
Is there a way to rotate your personal camera view?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't know. Does it matter?
Never mind, I managed without it.
Hence the point.
Ha.
Okay, so the Meteor defense system takes a lot of power.
I do feel a little worried about the power though, because I'm going to use a lot of like filters, inserters, and all that.
The Meteor defense has to charge up.
Did you build one already?
What?
Did you build one already?
Yeah, I built one, but I don't know how much like range it covers. But I did build a Meteor defense.
Cool.
I put in 1 ammo and it's charging. It's 1/4 charged.
And the iron export imports passenger station complete. Feel free to tap it in the main thread.
Okay, I will get to it eventually.
I mean, it's a lot of work. I just feel like I don't know, sheep being slaughtered right now.
I know. It's a lot.
It would be nice if this game had some farm animals, like some sheep or something.
That would be cool.
Agreed.
But then it might be a little bit too Minecraftian. Um,
And guys, if you like Minecraft, please watch our video.
yeah, we
Dan
got a
has
couple of spotlights on Minecraft.
Yeah, Dan has amazing Minecraft beta and alpha world back in 2009. Is that correct, Dan?
Started playing it in 2010.
Wow. So
So
you're older than
yeah,
I thought.
really, really old. Um, okay. I think that's going to be enough for today, though, guys. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.